Hey, welcome back to Heartwood Farms. Thank you guys for tuning in again today. We have had a long day. I didn't film much today because I was cleaning the house, which is not exciting. I do know I need to get you guys a video of inside the home, but we're not doing that one yet. I have a few projects that I want to finish up before we get you in there. But let's go ahead and get a few things done today here on the farm. Get a few projects done. So one of the projects that we are going to work on that I promised the boys that I would do, so I want to stick to that, is get them their sandbox all set up. So, ooh, that's a big thistle. Let me get that down. So we are going to head back here to the jungle, basically, behind the barn, and we're going to get one of these large boards so that we can cut that up for the seats. So we're going to do two things at once here. I'm going to actually cut up, got a couple scrap boards, the 2x12s that we're going to cut up into some triangles, one for each of the corners. Then we'll just go ahead and screw those in a little bit. And then another project that I'm going to be working on real quick is taking these trim boards, basically the one by fours, and then I'm also going to put a 1x1 along the bottom of it, and we're going to actually make a hoop run with it. So we're going to actually use one of our cattle panels, and we're going to do that. I want this to be a lighter weight instead of a 2x4. If this doesn't work, I do have a few 2x4s that we can use, but I was trying to save those for some other projects. So we'll see if this works. And then in each of the corners, I'm going to actually put 4x4 just to kind of give it a little bit stronger corner for the frame on the bottom, and then we're just going to put the hoop over the top, and then kind of put the chicken wire all the way around it. Like I said, this is going to be a very quick, very easy coop, because we just need to get them out as soon as possible. So that's what we're going to be working on today. All right, so made some cuts. I took the 2x12s and I made them extremely large, so they're very, very big seats. But with the scrap, I actually ended up losing a lot of that wood, so I ended up just doing one a little bit smaller, which is not going to be that big of a deal for the boys. I just wanted to give them a good seat, at least on the sides that it kind of drops down a little bit farther. And then from that, the coop, I've got the boards all cut with that. We've got, for the ends, I think these were, I don't remember off the top of my head, sorry. Let's see, so they are going to be about 7 feet long, and then we've got a little over 5 feet for the width. Yeah, so it'll be like a 7 by 5 and a quarter, quarter feet pen. I know the 7 feet is a little bit shorter than what I would want it to be, but that's what the boards were, and we're just going to go with what we have. I'm not going to go to the store and go buy a bunch of wood for this project, especially I don't have the time for it. So then what I did is, like I said, we're going to put the 2x4s or the 4x4s on each of the corners. So I just took the 4x4s, laid them on either side, and then cut the 1x1, or I guess that's a 2x2. I don't know. I cut those to the length. So this will be on that will be on the very bottom when we screw all these in. And then the cattle panel will actually slide down in and actually rest on that, and then we can staple that in to the 1x1. If we really have to, we can always put a 2x4s on the outside and frame this thing in a little bit tighter if we need to. But like I said, this is going to be a quick project. So let's get some screws and at least get the Sandbox base or the seats in and put some cardboard down in the very bottom so that we can tomorrow morning put some sand in before the boy's friend comes to play. All right, so we got our corners. We're gonna put the biggest one over here in this corner and screw this in. Like I said, I got my big old bucket of screws. So screw this thing in. So thanks for Stella standing in the way. I'm going to install, I'm going to actually put a few more of these screws in here and then just keep on working on all the other ones, and then we can get to the next project. All right, so we've got 2 of them in. There they are. And I'm running out of daylight, so I need to get on to the next project a little bit faster. All right, so let's try to get this thing put together, at least the base, the frame of it, so that way we can try to fit the cattle panel in and see how this thing will work out. So the only dilemma that I am finding as of right now is that I've got 2.5-inch exterior screws, which is going to go all the way through the board and have some sticking out the other end. I don't know if I necessarily want that. This is not ideal, but the only other option I have is some drywall screws that are only 1 inch, and that won't make it all the way through. So I'm going to have to go with a little bit longer ones, but I'm only going to put about 3 of them in here, and then later on take those out and maybe replace them or add a few more in each of the end boards, maybe put 4 in the on the longer spots. But I definitely want to try to get a nice seal on this for that barrier, for that base. What I might actually do is do it from the outside, from what would be the inside, and actually drill it on the outside. I just have to be more careful on the outside to make sure that I don't stab myself or something like that. But I think that should still be fine. So we're going to do it that way. Yeah, it doesn't stick out too far. It is sticking out, but hey, we'll use that or pretend that's making it predator proof. All right, so we have built the frame out, and I have looped a full cattle panel in here. I am 6'3", 6'4", and I have got clearance in here. And unfortunately, then we would also have about 1 foot, and that's not including the corner where we've got the 4x4. So I don't believe this way is going to quite work. I do have another cattle panel that's already been cut from when they built the deck. We have some of the hog panels, so I'm going to try that, but it's getting late enough in the day right now And I have kind of used up what energy I had left after cleaning the house on this project, but we have at least got 1% closer to getting a movable coop for these chicks to get them out. So we're going to work on that tomorrow. I may just frame something out and use the chicken wire. We've got a roll of chicken wire here, and we also have a bunch of welded wire. So we might use the welded wire for our frame and then wrap it with chicken wire to give it a little bit more structure, because I think these cattle panels are a little bit of an overkill for what we need to do to at least just get these chicks out in and on grass. So thank you guys for checking in with us today. Before we leave, I'm going to go get Jimmy's food and take you down there so that you can say hi to him, because, you know, he always likes to have a little bit of attention. All right. So we got some old rice for Jimmy that we cooked up for him. So we're going to give him some of this. And he's got his regular feed. He is just a pet, so maybe if I can get this stuff out. I'm not going to give him all this tonight, but it's a good start. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That helps us reach other people so we can actually help more and more people. That is our goal here on the channel, is to learn what we can so that we can actually help others be able to start a homestead, start farming just in the littlest way, to be able to provide for them, their families and their friends, even themselves. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all your support. And as you can see, I've had a couple comments that Jimmy has explored only as far as I have weeded out. Even on this side over here, where I took the fence down, he really hasn't explored at all. So another project to put on the honey-do list. So guys, thank you so much again. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.